Hey everyone, today I have a different video for you in light of the recent Super Mario Bros. Movie, and although I haven't seen it yet, I really wanted to make a video counting down my 10 favourite Mario games. These games have been a massive part of my childhood and they're all still so much fun, and I love playing them to this day. For this list, I will only be counting the mainline Mario games, so no Mario Kart or Super Smash Bros. As much as I love those games, they won't be on the list. Although I haven't played every Mario game, such as the RPGs and a few of the new Super Mario Bros. Games, I'm just counting down my favourite ones that I have played. So let's just get into it. Coming in at number 10, we have a 3D Mario game that came out on the Nintendo 3DS, and that is Super Mario 3D Land. Aside from Mario 64 DS, this is the first handheld 3D Mario game, and it is an absolute blast. First off, I love the simplicity of this game. It's just one that you can pick up and get straight into. It is a ridiculously fun game that can be played for hours on end. The controls in this one are excellent, and it controls a lot better than you would expect it to. It's pretty easy too, which makes it a breezy game to play through as well as a great one for newcomers. The final Bowser boss fight in this game is excellent. It's truly a surprisingly grand scaled boss fight with you running around this course that he's destroying, and you have to dodge his attacks. It's very fun. Although this game is relatively easy, some of the special worlds can get quite tough, and Special 8 Crown is one of the most difficult 3D Mario levels of all time. It's super tough but so satisfying to beat. Now for the downsides, this game is pretty short and some of the levels are quite repetitive. There's also a lack of any extra modes aside from the main game. With that being said, Super Mario 3D Land is absolutely fantastic and so much fun. At number 9, we have Bowser's Fury, an open world game in the vein of Super Mario 3D World. Due to how well 3D World controls, this game is so smooth and fluid to run around in. Having it be an open world game is amazing too. Riding Plessie around is way too much fun. This game is extremely fast paced and has a surprising amount of challenge to it as well. You'll really need to master the controls by the end of this one. The Fury Bowser boss fights are crazy good too, despite some lag that you might get. Overall, this is a near perfect playing experience as well. It's just so enjoyable. Now, the negatives from this game come from how short it is and how repetitive some of the cat shines are, but that is a small price to pay for how much fun this game packs in. At my number 8 spot, we have New Super Mario Bros., the DS version. This game is just about as good as a 2D Mario game can get. It's not too long or too short, it has great level design, excellent boss fights which range in creativity across all 8 worlds, and the music is just pure bliss. I also really love all the different power-ups in this game. They really change the game, but never feel like they're just an easy pass for the levels. Now, this game isn't overly original, as it's basically just like the old 2D games with new visuals, and some levels get a little repetitive as well. And it also started a franchise which just refuses to die. That being said, this game is tons of fun and is easily one of the best 2D Mario games. Now for my favourite of the 2D Mario games, at number 7 we have Super Mario World. I know a lot of people will probably scream at the fact that Super Mario Bros. 3 isn't on my list, and although that is a great game, it just didn't gel with me the way Super Mario World did. This game is awesome. The visuals are so much better than Mario 3's, everything on the screen in this game just pops. The music in this game too is just out of this world good. This might be my favourite 2D Mario soundtrack. It's so upbeat and puts anyone in a good mood. I really love all the different levels and the design of them too. They're all so much more unique than the previous 2D entries. I love the way they're all interconnected as well and have all these different secrets. They're so fun to find. I love Yoshi too, he is so fun to play as. The difficulty in this game really ramps up towards the end too. This game is not easy, but thankfully we can actually save our progress in this game, which is another reason I like this a lot more than Mario 3. Now, some of the secrets are stupidly cryptic, the controls can take a bit to get used to, and there is a sheer lack of power-ups, but those small flaws don't hinder how much I love this game. Now we are getting into the stuff that I just love to death. Super Mario 3D World is one of the best things the Wii U had to offer, and that is due to the amazing levels which, despite the quantity, rarely ever feel repetitive or dull, the brilliant jazz music, and the vast variety of characters. You can play as Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, and Rosalina, all with very different movesets which suit different levels. Getting to the special world in this one really cranks up the difficulty. Some of these levels are just nasty, culminating in one of the hardest Mario levels of all time, Champions Road. I also love the Bowser fights in this one. Now, this game is a little similar to Mario 3D Land. It has a slightly limited moveset compared to some of the other 3D games, although it still controls extremely well. And the co-op doesn't work overly well, but hardly any of that matters when you can have hundreds of hours of fun in this game. Now at number 5, we have a game that I legitimately did not like the first time I played it, and that is Super Mario Sunshine. I found the controls to be wacky, the difficulty to be way too high up, and the blue coins were just infuriating. But after playing it for a while, it quickly shot up into my list of favourites. I love the hell out of Super Mario Sunshine, and a lot of that is because of how different it is. This game is just out there in every way, shape and form. The open world style is super relaxing, the levels are all super unique and fun despite sharing the same beach theme, and the different style of music that this game utilises is so good. This is one of the most atmospheric Mario games of all time. I love collecting almost all of the shines, Yoshi is so fun to use, FLUDD is a crazy cool concept, and now after getting used to it, I absolutely adore the controls. Now yes, the blue coins are horrible, no doubt about that. Some of the levels are just atrocious and the difficulty can be hard to get used to, but when a game is this unique and fun, the difficulty doesn't become a chore, it becomes a super fun challenge. Also, Serena Beach is an entire level that is a reference to The Shining, right down to the weird manta ray figure that appears in the book. That is just so cool. Oh my god, Super Mario Odyssey. This game is a fucking odyssey. This is how you do an open world game. Moons are lurking everywhere. There is never nothing to do in this game because there are 999 moons to collect. 999. Now I will admit, a good chunk of those moons are just ridiculously cryptic and bland to collect, but the vast majority of them are so much fun. Cappy is potentially the greatest addition to a 3D Mario game since FLUDD as well. You can literally capture anything and play as them. You can even play as a T-Rex. Although there are only 18 kingdoms in total, all of them are filled to the brim with detail and fun. I also really love the music in this game too. It isn't your typical Mario music, but fuck it goes hard. And just the overall atmosphere in this game rivals Sunshine's atmosphere. You can really get lost in this game. Super Mario Odyssey is just amazing, and one of the most unique things that the Mario franchise has to offer. Super Mario Galaxy. What a masterpiece. The mixture of open world and linear levels is awesome enough, but putting the game in space, where we fly around from planet to planet? Fuck yes. The visuals in this game are just amazing as all hell, with all the different colours and hypnotising space sky, and the wild level design. Speaking of all the levels, almost all of the galaxies in this game are insanely creative, and they are each distinct and memorable in their own way, and not to mention the incredible music. Every little bit of music here is iconic as hell, and they really could not have done a better job. I also love a lot of the comet missions. The Daredevil and Purple Coin comets are my favourites. I really love the difficulty in this game too. It perfectly ascends as you go through the game and it never feels unfair. Aside from the fucking Ghost Ship Daredevil run, that one can go fuck itself. Now, the motion controls can feel a little forced at times, and the post-game content is pretty lazy, just replaying the entire game with Luigi. But when a game is this good, I don't mind playing it twice to get a 100% completion. This game is a pure masterpiece. Can we just talk about how insanely revolutionary Super Mario 64 was? This is the first 3D Mario game, and for it to be this high up on my list all these years later really says something. I mean, this game just has it all. It has a variety of awesome open world levels, great Bowser fights, absolutely sick music, 120 different stars to collect, excellent controls even today, and the vibes of this one are just through the roof. I have beaten this game so many times because it's just so much fun and it never gets old. Although some of the last few levels in this game are horrible and the camera is a little wonky, I struggle to ever get bored or even annoyed with this game because it's just so good. I know, sacrilege, me putting this over Mario Galaxy 1, but Super Mario Galaxy 2 is my favourite Mario game of all time, and I just don't think that that will ever change. Not only do we have 40 odd entirely new galaxies to play on, but they're all so good! They basically took what was great about Galaxy 1 and expanded upon it. They even did a bunch of new music for this game, and they really didn't have to. They could have just reused the music from Galaxy 1 and everyone, including myself, would have been happy with that, but they went above and beyond to create more iconic music. The post-game content in this is so much better than Galaxy 1's. Instead of just replaying the entire game as Luigi, brand new stars are added to every level. This game is just faster paced than Galaxy 1 too. This game is non-stop action. The new power-ups are all great, and I think the difficulty in this game is awesome too. This is not an easy game, and it culminates in the perfect run, the hardest 3D Mario level of all time. This game has hours upon hours of fun packed into it, and for me, no Mario game has topped the amount of fun this one contains, and I adore every second of this game. Overall, Super Mario Galaxy 2 is my favourite Mario game, and I doubt that that will ever change. I love it so much. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be getting back to my movie reviews and stuff like that from now on, but I may do a few more Mario videos in the future. I'll see you all later. Bye.